Remainer MPs will face a stark choice between Boris Johnson's Brexit deal, crashing out of the European Union without one, or revoking Article 50 altogether after the general election. France is set to force Parliament to make a definitive choice at the end of the latest delay to Britain's departure after years of dithering. Paris will seek to block another Brexit extension beyond the 31st of January, 2020, if the next group of British parliamentarians cannot make their mind up, according to one of Emmanuel Macron's Euro MPs, Pierre Colasquind, a La République En Marche member of the European Parliament, told Express Co UK that Remainers would be forced to finally make their mind up between the Prime Minister's deal, no deal, or revoking Article 50. He told Daily Express, "The question is now simple. We have accepted a new extension because of the prospect of a new general election. The British will vote to form a new parliament, and this parliament will have to decide. If no decision is made, this will be quite simple. The British asked for Brexit. They activated Article 50, and the fact is we have accepted every request from the British government. If they can't vote for any deal, we will refuse because we have accepted all possibilities apart from a no-deal Brexit." Mr. Colasquind insisted that a hard Brexit would be the worst situation for both Britain and France, especially for the fishermen he represents in Brittany. But he maintained that no deal would be the only solution if MPs in Westminster continue to reject Mr. Johnson's newly minted agreement, adding, "unless they stop Brexit." His comments were echoed by outgoing European Council President Donald, who warned it could be the last extension granted by the EU. Mr. Tusk tweeted, "To my British friends, the EU 27 has formally adopted the extension. It may be the last one. Please make the best use of this time. I also want to say goodbye to you as my mission here is coming to an end. I will keep my fingers crossed for you." Brussels insiders believe asserting genuine pressure on Remainer MPs will finally force them to make a decision and break the Brexit deadlock. Mr. Macron's EU envoys expressed this position during recent negotiations over the length of Britain's latest Brexit extension. The French president pushed for a 15-day delay, simply designed to offer enough time for the Commons to pass the agreement. But he eventually fell behind the full extension proposal put forward by the EU Council chief Donald Tusk. Under the plan, Brexit has been delayed for 3 months with an exit clause allowing Britain to leave early once the withdrawal deal is fully ratified. Britain has been offered 3 possible dates where the withdrawal agreement struck by Mr. Johnson with Brussels kicks into force: the 1st of December, New Year's Day, or the 1st of February. Diplomatic sources said Mr. Macron only accepted the lengthy delay after seeking assurances from Mr. Johnson about the possibility of a pre-Christmas general election. The French leader was offered further sweeteners as part of a European Council declaration, which sets out the terms Britain is expected to adhere to while still an EU member. In a letter to Brussels, the Prime Minister reluctantly confirmed the UK's formal agreement to the Brexit extension. He said he had no discretion under the law imposed on this government against its will. Mr. Johnson wrote, "I must make clear my view that this unwanted prolongation of the UK's membership of the EU is damaging to our democracy and to the relationship between us and our European friends. I would have much preferred it if the UK Parliament could have proceeded rapidly to ratify the deal we reached between us. Unfortunately, I very much fear that this Parliament will never do so as long as it has the option of further delay. That is why I am seeking a general election in December to ensure the election of a fresh Parliament which is capable of resolving the issue in accordance with our constitutional norms."